I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to Yeah, I Said It, the podcast for all things sports. I am your host, Chris, and I am once again joined by my man, Darius and Blair. What up, fellas?
What's happening?
What's going on?
Not much, man, not much. So what we're going to get into today is your picks for week 2 of the NFL. All right, we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to start off with the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns. Who you got?
I got the Bengals. I think it's going to be pretty good, but I just feel like the Browns are still the Browns. So I got the Bengals by 10.
I'm gonna go Bengals. I don't have any confidence in the Browns. Baker Mayfield is kind of trash. I would like to pick the Browns just to make it, ain't that a division game?
Yeah, it's a division game. Mm-hmm.
I have no faith in the Browns as of yet. Baker Mayfield is not turned into the dude that they wanted him to be. I never really put much into Baker Mayfield, so I don't know if it's that big of a deal, but I'm gonna go Bengals.
Yeah, we all know that I'm a Bengals fan, so I'm going to highlight my team a little bit. You know, I am going to go – I actually went back and forth with this one, but because it's a division game and you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? It could be a super sucky team, and then your team is balling out, and then the sucky team just blow your team out the water just because. But I'm definitely going to go with the Bengals. I'm going to go with the Bengals by 7. Darius, I know you went with them by 10, but I'm going to go with them by 7. Joe Burrow played very well against that Chargers defense, and the Chargers defense is light years better than the Browns defense. And Baker Mayfield is just – can I say it, y'all? He's just terrible. He's just playing terrible. And, you know what I'm saying? Odell Beckham ain't doing nothing to help out the situation. He had, 23 yards, 3 catches? It's just bad. Even though my Bengals
Can't throw to himself.
Man, but that's it. I don't want to get into that because that's a subject for another day. But I definitely got the Cincinnati Bengals winning on Thursday Night Football. Next matchup, we got the Giants versus the Bears.
I go Giants. I'm gonna go for the young dude. We're still working on Daniel Jones. Mitchell Trubisky has showed me he's not that great. He didn't have a terrible game last game, but I just want to see Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley do something.
I'm going to go with the Bears on this. Reason I'm going to go with the Bears, based on what I seen from when we played them, teams is just going to stack the box against Saquon Barkley, man. And if you going to let Daniel Jones go back there and throw it 30 to 40 times a game, same thing going to keep happening over and over. I don't care who you play, except maybe the Browns. So I'm going with the Bears on this one. I think they
Yeah, I'm with you right there, Darius. I'm definitely going with the Bears on this one. I watched them play ATL, the Falcons versus the Dallas Cowboys. For me, I'm gonna start this one off. Dallas Cowboys gonna beat the hell out of the ATL. They gonna beat them. I think they're gonna win this game by 17 points.
I'm gonna go Dallas because they are my fantasy team. Most of those dudes. That's why I'm gonna go Dallas.
I'm going to go Dallas as well. I feel like the only time Matt Ryan start putting up numbers is when he down 20. Because he has no choice but to sling it. And then at that point, you got to sling it to Julio. And he going to do his thing. And I just think, Matt Ryan is just trash, unless he down by 20. So I'm going with Dallas probably by 17 like this.
Next pick, Detroit versus Green Bay. I'm going to start to hold it up right here. Upset pick of the week. I got the Detroit Lions beating the Green Bay Packers. It's a special for you, Blair. Special for you. Now, I definitely think they was heartbroken, but I think they're going to bounce back. And
really, that's special for me.
All for you, baby. All for you, baby. But nah, I definitely think that Detroit is definitely going to pull this one out. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Detroit is going to definitely pull this one out based on what they did last week because they had the game won. They played beautifully. And I also think that their first-round pick is going to play in this next game, out of Ohio State. So I think that defense is going to get a little bit better because he didn't play week 1, and they played pretty darn well. So I definitely got Detroit on this one. I think Aaron Rodgers still balls out, but he's going to come up a little bit short because they're going to, double cover that receiver, that was balling out week 1. So,
man, I got Green Bay going 2-0 against the Detroit Lions. I feel like people really, I don't know why. Aaron Rodgers, I guess his year was off last year, but I feel like he got something to prove, especially with them drafting that quarterback. I just feel like he on a mission this year to be like, I'm gonna show you why I'm still the starting quarterback on this team.
I want to go Detroit, man, but I'm gonna probably go Green Bay,
Ah,
simply because they're in Green Bay, man. Like, and even though there's no fans and all of that, I just feel like division games are sketchy, and I know Detroit, bro. Detroit does not notoriously play well in Green Bay.
spoken like a
They have
true
trouble.
fan.
They have trouble. They have trouble in Lambeau, bro. They do. They just do. It's really odd, but they do.
Okay. All right. I feel you. I feel you. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Tennessee Titans. This is an easy one for me. It's Tennessee. Go ahead.
Oh, that was it. Just Tennessee. Just
Tennessee winning. Go ahead.
Man, this one is kind of a toss-up for me. Only because I don't feel like Tennessee played that good week 1, man. I mean, personally, I feel like it was the Broncos' game to lose, and they lost. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Tennessee because I feel like Jacksonville just probably going Jacksonville. Like, I don't care what Minshew just did in his first game, bro. He is not the answer to y'all problems. And nobody is trying to hit this freight train in Derrick Henry all night. So I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Tennessee. I just assume Ryan Tannehill is slightly better than Minshew. The rest of the team is very similar. That's why you can't like have an upset from Jacksonville or Tennessee because while everybody thinks Tennessee is going to win, Jacksonville can easily win that game, dude. It's not like one team is head and shoulders above the other one. They're still trying to figure it out, and they're all young. So I give it to Tennessee, but Jacksonville's not completely out of it.
The Vikings versus Indiana Colts. I'ma say Indiana. Because I definitely like that running back because he is on my fantasy team and I like his game out of Wisconsin. So
Sometimes you got to go that way, huh?
and I think Phillip Rivers is, even though he makes a lot of mistakes, he's a gunslinger, man. And Aaron Rodgers just lit them up like a Christmas tree the other day. So I definitely got to go Indiana with this one, man. I think the Vikings do have some weapons. They do have some different things that they can throw at Indiana, but I definitely think that Indiana has more weapons, and I feel like they have a slightly better defense.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to go Minnesota. I
Mm.
think Minnesota's defense is just probably better, dude. I don't count on Phillip Rivers until week 9 through week 17. And his team is usually trash and they like making some weird push. Or is it the other way around? Is he good in the first half of the season and trash in the second
No, you
half of
had
the
it.
season? Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you had it
picks it
right.
up as okay. So
Mm-hmm.
week 9 through week 17, talk to me about Phillip Rivers then. But until then, they're just gonna be garbage. Dude just never, it's always slow starts.
Man, in a shootout, I'm taking Minnesota in the last drive.
Okay.
Mm.
Like like you said, that gunslinger mentality by Phillip Rivers, I feel like that ain't going nowhere. I feel like T.Y. Hilton feel like he got a lot to prove this week. So I think he gonna step it up a whole lot. Also, he on my fantasy too. So that's what I'm hoping for. And I still feel like Aaron Rodgers proved that, hey, Minnesota corners is not ready, bro. This is why you needed the preseason. Them corners just not ready. But at the same time, Kirk Cousins, Adam Thielen, even though they lost to the Packers, they still put up a bunch of points.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're going to be looking to bounce back too. So I think it's going to be like a shootout type of game. But I see Minnesota just taking it in the end because they got the last drive.
Yeah, I will say this about Indy. Look out for not only the running back, but Paris Campbell. He's coming. I'm just, if you ain't got him on the fantasy, remember I helped you out with that. Next game, Buffalo at Miami.
I'm
This one,
taking
go ahead.
Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even gonna flex. Like, Buffalo, I feel like they finally done found their footing, man. They confident. Josh Allen came out. He looked pretty good. Looked pretty good. I just feel like Miami's not there yet. They still in that mode where they still got to figure it out. I'm
Mhm.
taking Buffalo by 10.
I go Buffalo. I don't know if it's by 10. I feel like they'll win that game because Miami's always, for some reason, their quarterback has just been trash since Dan Marino, bro. Like, I don't know what that curse was that Miami did or what they did to even set themselves up like that. They have not had a reliable quarterback since Dan Marino, man. And it's sad. They like to call him Fitz Magic, but you don't know what's going to show up because if Fitzpatrick show up, you're in trouble. You
Yeah.
are in definite trouble. But if Fitz Magic show up, you might win by 3 points. So I don't know. Like, I'm going to go Buffalo, but I ain't 100% on Buffalo either. Like, but you got to pick one of them, I guess, and we just gonna go Buffalo. I hope.
Another divisional game. I'm gonna go with Buffalo just because they got a nasty ass defense. Period, point blank, and I don't think Fitzpatrick can do anything with them. And Tua not playing, so
And I feel like Fitzpatrick be throwing the ball with his eyes closed.
yeah.
Sometimes.
And he ain't got the receivers to be doing that.
Nope.
So
Mm-mm.
we got the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Jets. Fellas, we could actually say this one in unison if we like.
Oh, we
One,
can.
2, 3. San Francisco.
Let's go. Niners, bro. I'm good with the
Easy.
Niners.
Yeah.
I'm good
Ain't,
with the Niners.
ain't nobody picking the Jets this year.
Mm-mm.
And with the number one pick, and Sam Bradford is no longer our quarterback, we take one of the quarterbacks that is in college. Period. Point blank.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, either one. Pick the Rams at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm.
This is a good, interesting game. I thought about this one a little bit long and hard. I'm going to go with Philadelphia because I feel like they was a little upset at the Washington team. But Washington team came in and beat them. So I'm going to go with Philadelphia just because I believe in their offense. I think they're going to play a little bit better. I think they let their foot off the gas because they was playing Washington. So I'm going to definitely go with Philly.
I'm going with the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Man, after watching that tape, this dude, Aaron Donald, got to be eating safes for dinner. Bruh, and like he was literally blowing all pro tackles and big Zeke. Well, this man made Zeke take a dirt nap. Like, oh my God. I feel like with that and with my boy Ramsey on the corner, I feel like he definitely gonna play up to that money he just made. I feel like he did that in week 1. I don't think it's enough. I don't think Philly just got enough to stop them boys on defense. Like, so I'm going with the Rams. I do think it's going to be a closer game, but I'm going with the Rams.
I go Philly. I think Carson Wentz has a bounce back game, a little bit better. Line gets a little bit more movement, and then we'll see. I just think it'll be a better game overall. You know, you still got to knock the rust off, man. We still got some weeks to go, so they still figuring it out. I think Philly's gonna do it. Jalen Ramsey is a monster, but I think Philly's gonna pull it out.
Quick truth to be told, he got burnt like a motherfucker on that play, and he acted on that pass interference call. He got
my man the Oscar.
Yes.
But he did what he was supposed to do. If you going to sell it, that's how it's supposed to look.
Sell it, yeah.
Yeah, yes. Denver at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Man, we ain't even got to talk about this. Y'all already know. Sorry. Of course, I'm going with the Steelers because they my team, first of all, and because no Von Miller on the other side of that ball. I feel like Big Ben gonna get in another good rhythm, going to them receivers, and at the same time, them boys got another youngish quarterback. And from week 1, at least my defensive line, the boys look elite. Them pass rushers, they is getting off the ball, and it's tough. You put that pressure on a young quarterback, hey, he gonna want to get the ball out of his hand, which is gonna equal a pick for me. I think we get 3 turnovers this game. Shout out to Cam Hayward, Ohio State. You know what I'm saying, with the pick last game. But yeah,
You're welcome.
I got the Steelers winning this one easily.
You're welcome.
All right, so we go upset. I'm gonna go Broncos.
Woo!
I like Denver. I'm gonna say Denver's gonna show up. They're gonna underestimate the young dude, and something's gonna happen. We're just gonna call it football. Some football's gonna happen on Sunday. They're gonna be like, I never saw that coming. They're gonna be like, that's the problem. It could
Upset
happen any
alert.
Sunday. Yeah, we're gonna upset. We're gonna
Upset
upset Denver.
alert.
And I say Denver, it would be a crazy upset, but they'll win by 3. Say it'd be like field goal. Go about 3. Gonna be close.
I almost went with Denver, but this was the deciding factor. The game's not in Denver. If the game was in Denver, I would have went with Denver. But since it's in Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh.
I think I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I think it's honestly, I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be something like 13-17, and the Steelers. I think that Denver's going to have the ball, and the Steelers aren't going to let them score, and they're going to go out on downs, and Big Ben's going to kneel on it, and it's going to be game over. So I got the Steelers in that one. Next game we got Carolina versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is easy. I mean, can we say this in unison?
I don't know if y'all thinking what I'm
Okay.
If we ain't thinking the same, I don't know what we thinking,
I
but
don't know.
if they're not wearing red, it's a problem.
I easily got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm like, if they're not wearing red, then we can't
easily-
say it. We can't say it in unison. But
I easily got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. I think
Okay.
they're
No,
gonna
I
come
don't.
out pissed off, mad, and upset. They know that all they got to do is stop my man's running game and Christian McCaffrey. Stop Christian McCaffrey. Stop the running game, and they'll win. And that's what's going to happen because watching Teddy Bridgewater try to throw to these receivers that kept dropping balls is very frustrating to watch. And I think that's how it's going to go.
Tampa Bay didn't address the issue that they needed to address, which was the damn offensive line. Like, I feel like how Brady was in that first game. Yes, he did go against an elite defense, but last year they played 16 games. The line was horrible all year. I feel like the line is going to be horrible again all year. And Tom Brady is in that stage where he doing that Peyton Manning stuff. Instead of taking that hit, he done took a 5-step drop. He just gonna drop to the ground. It's gonna be a sack. I got Carolina by 3.
That's your upset, huh? Okay.
Nah, it ain't no upset. I feel like Carolina right now is the better team.
See, I don't know about that. Now it's a division game, which makes it hard because those can go either way, even if the team is trash. Just for familiarity reasons, I go Bucks for Tom. Just straight up, I go Bucks for Tom. I don't know whose defense is better. I wouldn't say Teddy Bridgewater is better than Tom Brady. And I just assume Tom Brady has more weapons. I think the Bucks by minimum 7, about 24-17 maybe.
Washington versus Arizona Cardinals. Versus the Arizona Cardinals. Who y'all got, man? Because I still don't even know. I'm waffling. Who y'all got?
Where they playing? In Arizona?
It's in Arizona. Mm-hmm.
I want to say Arizona because it's in Arizona. I feel like Kyler Murray might pull it out. But Washington's weird, dude. You never kind of know which Washington team is going to show up, and they're still working it out. I have no real faith in Dwayne Haskins. I just don't. So I'm going to go Kyler Murray. Even though he's second year, I feel like he's a better quarterback than Haskins. So I'm going to go Arizona. 30-21.
Man, I'm taking the Cardinals also. Washington got kind of lucky, man. When they down like, 17-0?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they got kind of lucky. The quarterbacks, like you said, I feel like Kyler Murray is the better quarterback. And Washington just don't have that player that just stick out for me. For Arizona, is who's going to guard DeAndre Hopkins, which is nobody. So I'm taking Arizona, even though that boy Chase Young is a beast now. I feel like he gonna put some pressure on Murray, but because he got DeAndre Hopkins, he's gonna pull him through. I don't feel like Washington just got a dude that's just gonna be like, oh yeah, that's gonna give us a chance. So I got Arizona by 14.
I think y'all just made my decision for me. I'm gonna go with Washington,
Okay.
and here's why. It's just that defensive line, man. The defensive line is, I think, me personally, I think it's the best defensive line in football, up there with San Francisco's defensive line and the Steelers' defensive line right now. Brian Kerrigan had 2 sacks. Chase Young had a sack and a half because he had to split the second one that he had, and he it was both of them were strip sacks. Their defense won them the game last week. Period and point blank. They won them the game, and I feel like by Kyler Murray being so short and small in stature, he's not going to be able to see over the tall defensive line because they have so many great defensive linemen. Then they got Sweat, they got Chase Young, they got Ryan Kerrigan. They got so many players that they can come at you at all different angles. And then some of the plays, they were having all 3 of them in the game at the same time, and they all played defensive end. So I actually like Washington. I feel like they can make a couple plays. I feel like Dwayne Haskins is going to play better this week. And a lot of younger quarterbacks is better for this too. They play better in the hurry-up offense. So I feel like if they switch to that and they do that a lot more, when they do the hurry-up offense, they're much more quicker on their feet, and they tend to perform better. So I got
So
Washington.
you think Haskins is better than Kyler Murray? You think he's going to do more than Kyler Murray this week? That's what it's going to turn out. It's going to turn out to you think Dwayne Haskins is going to play better than Kyler Murray?
Yeah, because I think Washington's defense is that good. Like, once they get them another corner and a linebacker, they'll be like the 2000. Hey man, they gonna be like the Seattle Seahawks.
I get it.
They that good, man. They that good. Watching that game last week.
I get it. That's why my defense, but I don't think he's better than Kyler Murray. Even if his defense is better, I don't think they're gonna stop Kyler Murray more than Dwayne Haskins gets stopped, man.
Now I will say that they need to get weapons for him though. They definitely need to get some more weapons for Dwayne Haskins, so you can actually judge him on what he can actually do, because he doesn't have any really weapons. I mean, you got one out there, but you need more weapons. But moving on. You can say what you want. Yo, I don't know. Hey, it's up in the air for me still. Kansas City versus the Chargers. I'ma just take Kansas City and leave it at that, because
we'll go KC.
Yeah, KC is just on another level right now, man. They just on another level KC right now. Baltimore at Houston. Upset alert.
Houston.
Houston
in the bounce back game. I feel like, what's my man named? Deshaun Watson. Hey, he done got out all of the hype. Oh, he done got paid. This, that, and the third. I feel like he's locked in now. I just think he has a really good game. I ain't saying like they're going to blow him out, because it's going to be a good game. Especially, you said it's in Houston.
In Houston.
With no crowd noise. I think he's ready to bounce back. I think we're going to see in the end him strumming that guitar, man. So in a close one, I got Houston 20-17.
Ooh.
I go Baltimore. I'll make it quick. I go 24-14.
I'm going Baltimore because Houston's head coach sucks ass.
I like both teams.
Yeah, I'm definitely just going Baltimore, and I feel like Houston's head coach sucks ass, and he traded DeAndre Hopkins, and he had no business doing that. And you felt that in the week one, and DeAndre balled out where he was at, and your receivers didn't, because one, Mr. Fuller is Mr. Glass, not Mr. Fuller. So, period, point blank.
Paper mache, ain't it?
Bruh, he made out of Steph Curry's ankles. And last but not least, one of the more difficult picks, the New England Patriots.
Should be a good game.
Versus Seattle.
Ooh.
Who you got? Who you got? I know who I got, but who do you got?
Man, to be honest, it ain't even hard for me. Man, I ain't betting against Russell Wilson. Man, you must be crazy. This boy is still balling like championship Russ. Like the last game, he was 31 for 35. Man, shit. I just don't think. I just feel like when you face a team like Seattle, this is where, yeah, them boys got Cam Newton, but it's just like they just got Cam Newton for real on offense. Their defense is still kind of straight, but you're playing against a guy who lives off of making a play out of nothing. Like that's what he want to do. He want to scramble. You got that boy DK Metcalf out there. I feel like Chris Carson came into his own and is gonna punish them boys. I got the Seahawks winning easily.
I do have to throw out a little caveat though. DJ Metcalf has been downgraded to probable for the game. I guess he had a little nagging injury, so I don't know if that changes your pick or not.
Easily.
Oh, okay.
I don't call it. I don't say easily. And if I picked Seattle, it would be because they have more time together and New England's still working the kinks out. Bill Belichick's gonna do whatever Cam does, which is like run, throw short passes. He might air it out from time to time, but they're still gonna play within New England offense and defense, like what they do. So it's never a blowout. New England never just gets run out of the gym. The question is, who makes the most plays at the end in a close game? So I go Seattle.
It's a little bit tough for me, but I'm definitely going to go because they're in Seattle. I'm going Seattle. I think it's going to be a much closer game than what I think a couple of people are thinking. I think only because everything that we saw last week Cam do, he's not going to do this week because that's the history with Bill Belichick, especially with his offenses. So if he was run heavy one week, the next week, he's going to be pass heavy. But the problem is, who is he going to be passing to? So that's why I say Seattle, and I think they win. It's going to be close, but I got Seattle 24-14. That's what I got. But I appreciate y'all for joining me for week 2, bruh. We definitely going to do this every week as long as people like it, subscribe, and comment. Comment. You got to comment. Y'all niggas be calling me talking about the video. Would you comment at the bottom?
So he puts up on it, huh?
Comment at the bottom. I don't want to be – listen.
Make it real.
I'm at the point in my life where I don't really be on the phone like that, especially during the pandemic. I be on all the free stuff because – you know what I'm saying? I'm like, babe, we can go switch to minutes. For me, I only use the phone during the day like five minutes. And these fools is calling me like, man, your video, man. Like my brother called me like, bruh, he almost had you on that Jordan versus LeBron. I'm like, bruh, leave a comment, bruh.
Yeah, so everybody can pitch in.
Yes,
Right,
everybody.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I'll be in the comment. My key saying is square up with them words, cuz I'm going to be in there with you. I'm going to square up with mine, you square up with yours. And we can argue about it. You know what I'm saying? I only had one person really, go at me, said I didn't know what I was talking about. And I went at him. Did he comment back? No, he did not. But
so we looking for you.
You can't control that, right?
Come back. Comment back.
Yes. Keep telling me I'm terrible. I appreciate it. Keep telling me I'm terrible. Watch the video and tell me I'm terrible. I'm good with that too. Telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Tell me that. I'll tell you how I know what I'm talking about. But I appreciate y'all for joining me, bro.
Yes, sir.
We're definitely going to continue to do this part. And we're going to be in here for week 3 next time. Holla at y'all.
All right.
Hold it down.
Good one.